The ongoing struggles with poor service delivery in many of South Africa's municipalities remains a stumbling block for the national government's vision for the country. Today, President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to lead a critical meeting with the Mpumalanga provincial government. And what's the aim? It's to strengthen coordination between different levels of government and to find ways to actually improve service delivery in line with the priorities of the 7th administration. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali joins us now live from Middelburg. Veronica, good morning. We always have to start with what the community needs and then sort of work our way backwards to how government officials are going to relate to that. And often these needs are historic. They've also spoken of times when government officials have come and made various promises which may still have gone unfulfilled. What sentiments are you tapping into where you are?
Well, Iman, I think if we look at even just the way in which Mpumalanga is in its terms of its landscape, you're looking at a province that is rich in coal reserves, of course, having some of the biggest power stations that feed into the country. We've also got a vast number of agricultural, plans that happen here that contribute to South Africa's economy. But on the ground, Mpumalanga as a province faces immense challenges from aging infrastructure, immigration crisis, of course, as well as we look at the issue of service delivery and, of course, that very stubborn unemployment rate. And so this is in regards to some of those issues that provinces are facing and what the president is hoping he will be able to tackle. And as we mentioned, to improve that intergovernment relationship in some of these issues. Of course, we know that what affects a province ultimately will affect the country as a whole. And so the conversation today that the president will be having with the Mpumalanga Executive, joined by a host of ministers, will be looking at that to address some of these issues from a service delivery angle, but also to foster accountability within local government, and also to draw on the conversation as to how do we better support provinces like this. You would remember, Iman, that this is not the first interaction that the president is having with some of these provinces. He's been with the KwaZulu-Natal Executive. Just last month, he was in Limpopo, and we heard some of the issues and the dialogue that was had there. But I am joined by the spokesperson of the Executive Council to speak to us a little bit more about what they're anticipating in regards to the president's visit today. And Thulasizwe, thank you so much for your time. The president having a moment with the provincial government today. What is the plan in terms of the conversation that will be had?
Well, thanks a lot for this opportunity. Look, I think this is a moment that we do not take it light. To have a president in our shores, it means that we are one of those important provinces. But part of what we are going to be discussing with the president is to give him this state of the socio-economic status of the province, and also to actually update him on the service delivery issues that we have addressed since we have assumed office as the current Executive Council or government in the province of Mpumalanga, but also to discuss the decommissioning of mines and the closure of some coal-fired power stations, because as you have alluded to in your preamble, that Mpumalanga is one of the highly affected provinces in terms of poverty, inequality and unemployment. So we want to discuss that with the president. Probably after this meeting, we will have a clear view as to what is it that should be done moving forward. Yeah.
And of course, we know that part of the conversation today is also going to be how your plans for the province should align with the 7th administration. Walk us through, especially because we're going to have a number of ministers here as well.
Well, look, part of what we are going to be discussing, as we are saying, is to align our plans as the current government of the province with the priorities of government nationally, and to also deal specifically with the issue of job creation, economic growth, as it is part of the first priority of the national government or the government of national unity. But we anticipate that after this meeting, there will be a way forward and there will be a clear direction of what is it that should be done. But I can assure you and assure the people of Mpumalanga and the country in their entirety that we have moved from the previous 6th administration to where we are in this current 6 months. We have delivered and opened a number of projects. We have improved in our municipalities in terms of the audit outcomes. So we are a government in action and our hands are on deck.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Well, Imande, you hear just the reflection from the spokesperson of the Executive Council. They're speaking about how they plan to align the plans of this province with the 7th administration, but more importantly as well, seeking that support from national government and open dialogue as well to ensure that there is also that overarching eye of accountability from both national and provincial. Back to you.